So, Smokey has managed to completely shred the piece of gauze that was holding his Buster collar on. The collar still seems to be staying in place, so I can only hope and pray it stays there until sort of Friday night, at the very least. Because obviously I'm not allowed to take it off. I've been told to keep it on for as long as he's on the medication. And the medication runs out on Friday, because there's only like one dose on Friday. What doesn't help is the fact that he decided he was going to be sick, which then made me feel sick, because I already feel ill anyway. And it made me gag, and yeah. Thankfully, there was nothing to come out, but it was very unpleasant. I used to do the laundry yesterday, but that's about it. I've still got a great big pile of dishes waiting on me, and I really don't want to do them. I really don't, but I don't have a choice. I've got plans to go to Notcuts with John tomorrow, which means I'm going to need to get up at a reasonable hour. Which means I'm going to need to go to bed at a reasonable hour. So, yeah. That's going to be a bit of a pickle. I've been taking paracetamol, and basically I found out I had more paracetamol than I thought I did. So I've just finished off kind of the small amount that I had in one packet, and that leaves me with one whole packet, which has 16 tablets in it. And I've still got 3 doses left of the cold and flu stuff. And I get paid tomorrow. I'd debated on going out and getting some stuff today, but it's just gone 5. Which means I don't have enough time to get up to Wilko's. And obviously Wilko's is a bit cheaper than Co-op. I'm really, I'm really at the stage where I'm just like, can I really be bothered to go out? I've just been in the co-op. I've picked up something else that I can eat for tonight because I don't think I can withstand another can of spaghetti. But yeah, I am going to be heading home now. Ooh, there's a bus coming. The old number 1 to Warrington. That's the bus I have to catch to get into town. But obviously I don't go to Warrington. Warrington's like the end of the line. So I got quite a few nice things in the old QD's garden centre bit. Let's go a little bit closer. I mean, they've got some really nice furniture in there. And I saw some owl ornaments at the back there, which were quite cool. Smokey's having a bath. He hasn't been able to have a bath for a few days because of the collar. And he hates water, so I couldn't give him a bath. Do you feel better having that thing taken off you, babe? I think that's a yes. Probably shouldn't have, but I did. I needed something. There wasn't a whole hell of a lot in. So, but yeah. Got some crisps. And I got some tuna. Lovely. I'm going to have me some tuna sandwiches. Yes, with crisps on the side. And the biscuits are going to go in the cupboard. I can show you exactly how bad things are at the moment. Okay. That is part of my food cupboard. That's the upper bit. Hold on. Hold on. I will show you. I will show you. That is the only other stuff I've got. And obviously the chai tea powder, which I really have to get through. The trouble is I can't drink too many of them. It gives me an upset stomach. So I've kind of been avoiding it. But other than that, the only stuff I've got is bread. And my iced tea that I made for myself. That's the last of my Coke, which I've been saving to take my pills with. And obviously there's 1 can of Barks at the back there, but I usually like to try and hold on to that. 2 Actimels. I already have 1 per day, so I've already had today's one. And a bit of butter. I've got like that much milk, so I've got maybe enough for a couple of cups. I've got this little baby sieve, which I usually use, well I used to use when I used to use the teapot with loose tea. Which loose tea is nice, but you always end up with these really tiny little bits that make it through that. Which, that's pretty tiny, you know. I mean, if I show you, that's actually, I mean, you look at the size of that compared to my fingers. But you still get bits that make their way through. But yeah, today, the reason I've got this out is I'm going to pour out some of my iced tea. Now the trouble with stuff like that is you get that kind of layer of like a skin type of thing on the top. So I want to sieve it out with that. So let's see how I do. Now I added a little bit of Vimto cordial to this to kind of give it like an extra flavour. But yeah, we shall see. I mean, I've made iced tea for myself before, and I've put like mixed fruit cordial in it. Okay. And yeah, it's quite dark. Usually comes out kind of dark. But yeah, we shall see how it tastes. Taste test. Ooh, that's interesting. Nice. It's interesting. Very sweet. With a slightly fruity note to it, which would probably come from the Vimto.
Very nice. Very, very nice. I can show you exactly what it was that I put into it. Vimto squash. No added sugar squash at that. I didn't put a triffid lot in because, as you can see, I don't really have a triffid lot left. But I put a little bit in there, and it just gave it sort of an extra little sweet fruity note. So, very nice. Very nice. As of yet, I've not actually tried adding lemon to it. That's probably kind of silly of me. I'll do that one of these days. I really will. But yeah. Doing the dishes, or most of the dishes, because I couldn't fit the whole lot on there. Prior to doing it, I mixed up the tuna and the mayo. So this has been sitting and becoming even more tasty in the fridge. So I'm going to put this in some sandwiches and have them crisps on the side. Din-dins. There's a programme that I just found on BBC One. It's all to do with Pompeii. You know, they're going into the, you know, uncovering new secrets about it. And it's really interesting because obviously when I was 12 and I went to Italy with the school, we actually visited Pompeii. So it's unusual because some of the parts that the presenter is going to and standing in, I've actually been there. You know, I can sort of look at it and say, I recognise that bit. I've been there. You know, I mean it's amazing to think that, you know, I mean I'm going to be 38 this year. So yeah, it's a good long while ago. It's like 24 years ago now. 24 years ago when I went to Pompeii. Amazing. On that very same trip, we also got to visit Herculaneum, which I believe it was last year I watched a show on it, and they've actually stated now that it's closed to the public because of the fact that it hasn't had the same kind of care taken with it as with Pompeii. So, you know, it's falling apart. The you know, it's degrading. You know, the weather is taking its toll. It's not been cared for properly. So it's basically not going to last. And I mean, that does seem like a real shame to me. But you know, that was kind of the first. That was my first. That was the first kind of view of sort of like you know, ancient Roman housing and the baths and things like that. Herculaneum was where we went, you know, first, and then we went to Pompeii. I mean, obviously we did the Colosseum as well, and you know, I saw you know, the painting done by Michelangelo in the Vatican. You know, the one on the ceiling. I learned all about how, you know, he'd made ancient, you know, back in the day, he'd made scaffolding and laid down on his back for like 2 years making this painting on the ceiling. You know, we saw the tapestries and everything, and, you know, we saw the Trevi Fountain, all that kind of stuff. I mean, I'd love to be able to go back to it one day, you know, because, you know, I really did enjoy, you know, learning of all that stuff. And one place I would not go back to is the catacombs, because that really gave me the creeps. Seriously.